Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the Ohio is Music podcast. My name is Rishbone. I'm here with a special guest straight out of Zanesville, Ohio. I just got to know this brother probably a couple months ago, and since then, we've been doing some things, talking about future plans, and I just want to let him know right here on camera that, I support everything he does, anything he needs. Just ask us. We got you. Straight out of Zanesville, let's introduce today's guest, Mr. Andre Crockwell.
How y'all doing? How you doing?
What up?
Glad to be
little
here.
applause for my man.
Glad to be here. Appreciate this camera time.
Oh, yeah. So, man, I brought you in today because, we got some mutual friends. Was telling me I need to talk to you, get to know your story. So I'm going to leave the mic open for you. And I want to start. Let's start like right when you decided you were going to do some sort of music.
Oh, wow.
So that could be, if you were 5, let's take it from there. You know what I mean? Like right when your mind said, I want to do something in the music industry. So let's take it from there. So.
I didn't know when I was 5, but I was always around it though, like always. I mean, I remember like I never heard my aunt Marcy, got to put her name out there. I never heard her listen to any albums, but I remember seeing and listening to every album she had. Mm-hmm. Back to the Fat Boys, the Run DMC, shit, Madonna. I never heard her listen to any of that, but I was listening to all of them. But as far as when I actually started making music and wanted to, the actual year might be off, so if someone knows, you know what I'm saying, you can get me on that. But I want to say around 94, it was probably around 95. And we were living in my grandma's house in the attic. So this shit started in the attic for us. Not in the basement, right. Not in the garage, in the attic. And my brother comes upstairs. And so I'm sitting there and he's like, and I'm like, man, what you doing? He says, man, I want to make some music. It's my brother, Adrian Coleman. You want to make some music? He like, yeah. I'm like, all right, fuck it, let's make some music. That's what you want to do? How we going to make some music? He's like, hang on. Nigga runs downstairs, comes back up with a guitar. Like, okay, what you going to play the guitar? You play the guitar? He's like, nah, but we can make something. Listen to
We're going to learn.
Shit, we're going to learn. That's simple. And that right there was the beginning of it. That simple thing right there was the beginning of it. Which, I mean, we figured out ways, which nowadays I know none of the kids is trying this shit we was doing. In 2023, they're not doing what we was trying to do in 1990. 95, and we just making shit work based off of old ass technology and home stereos and headphones with the metal fucking rods and shit, things like that. But I mean, that was an experience. It was a journey, and it started right there. And we went from tiny Casio keyboards with the yellow pads. Oh yeah. If everybody remembers, they remember that the SK1. Yeah. See, with that, making beats on that.
Right.
To recording on what would we call them? Box stereos? I can't think of what was the name for it. No, not the reel-to-reels. Like the stereo in the house with the 2 tape jacks. Nope, we didn't graduate to that yet.
Oh, you didn't even get to there?
No, we didn't make it to that for a couple of years. For a couple of years. We're recording with Walkmans. Gotcha. We're recording at Walkman with one Walkman. We made our own 4-track. Because I had been in studios before. My father made music. He did music with the Manhattans. He still makes music today. And I had been in the studios a couple times when I was younger. So 95, I don't know, 23, something like that. 21. Yeah. 21, yeah. I had to think how old I was then. Damn. 21. Yeah. So we were taking Walkmans. Y'all gonna have to look that up. Cassette Walkmans, not even the DVD or the CDs yet. And we recording on one, and then recording the beat in one. Boom, take that tape, put it in the other one, play the beat, while my brother plays the little SK1, and record both sounds going into the Walkman at the same time. And we did that 5 or 6 times and came up with a song.
Yeah, just making it happen.
Making it happen.
That's crazy.
That's it. And recording. And when I finally rapped on, he rapped before I rapped, and when he finally rapped on it, I don't know how we know this stuff or even knew then, but we took the little metal headphones. You probably got to look them up. And when you could plug into that stereo box, there was a microphone.
Oh,
we
yeah.
didn't have a microphone.
Yeah, you can make your headphones
You
into a
can
microphone.
make your headphones
right.
into
yeah,
a
you
microphone.
Talking to one side. Yeah.
Exactly.
Yep.
And that's how we made our first song.
That's crazy.
Crazy.
Yeah.
So it was some work, and we did that
That's
right
caveman
there.
stuff right
Yeah,
there.
that is.
Yeah,
that is.
That's crazy.
And we made like three songs, and me and him, and rest in peace, my nigga just passed away. My nigga Ken Wood, nigga just passed away. He was there from the beginning. We used to smoke and ride around in my fucking grandpa's F-150 and listen to that shit. Them 3 songs.
Wow.
Made on that. And then, and then we ended up moving into this other house from that my peoples let me rent out. And then from there, that's when it take. And then we moved on to the 4-track.
You went to the 4-track.
Started
buying equipment and stuff.
Yeah.
You got the bug, and you were like, all right, yeah.
Yep.
That's what I want.
It was on then.
Yeah. And you, were you always from the same area, Zanesville? Is that?
Yeah, I grew up in Zanesville. I got a journey. Born in D.C., lived in Cali till I was 5. I think it was 5. Came back to Ohio from 5 to whatever, Zanesville till 7th grade. Mm-hmm. Then I moved to Newark halfway through that. Then I ended up moving back to Zanesville. So I've been all in that area, 740, 614 area my whole life.
Right.
So that's pretty much it right there.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. And then previous to that, there wasn't no aspirations to do music and stuff. You was a basketball player, basketball coach, and all that stuff growing up.
Yeah, basketball player, heavy into basketball. That was pretty much it.
Gotcha.
Yeah, and I was a barber. I'm sorry. I don't know why I'm leaving that out. Yeah, I cut hair.
Gotcha.
I do cut hair. And at that time in Zanesville, between Zanesville and Newark, there were no barbers. There might have been one black barber. I can't remember. Mm-hmm. But I don't think there was any. And then in Zanesville, there were 2. There were 2. Shorty Russ and Justine Sowers. And that was it.
Gotcha.
But I was the young man coming up in the 90s.
Gotcha.
And that was just basically because in Newark, the nigga that cut our hair, Ramon Smith, put him out there, rest in peace. That nigga just passed away a couple years ago. Was one of my niggas. And so he ends up going to jail. And one of my niggas from the basketball team was my best friend. He's like, hey, man, still my best friend to this day. Robert Sellers, so I'm going to give the nigga's whole name, Bobby Sellers, you know what I'm saying? He does the B-Side podcast if anybody wants to ever check that out, B-Side podcast. But he's like, man, cut my hair. Like, nigga, I ain't never cut no hair. He's like, man, I don't care, have some clippers. Boom, cut his hair. Goes to school the next day, looks good enough.
Yeah.
Next thing you know, about a month later, I'm cutting most of the niggas in Newark's hair.
Yeah.
That's how that grew.
Yeah.
So that cutting hair is probably what led to me knowing everybody and helped make this thing even bigger. Gotcha. or the path that I have been on with music.
Gotcha. And that's what I was going to ask you, like how you got access to people in Zanesville. And you know, just from being there and everybody seems to know who you are, like how did that come about? And
so
apparently that's the way, right?
Yeah,
that's how it started.
That's
anyway,
the way.
Right?
That's how it started. So we go from the attic, you know, we making music. We might have been making music in there timeline might be off, so forgive me.
Yeah.
We might have been in that attic for maybe 6 months later, maybe a little bit more. Then, like, my peoples down the street had this old house, and I do mean old. I mean, like, shack looking old, like trap looking old. And I'm like, hey, man, you know, they might as well let me rent that out. They let me rent that shit out for $250.
Oh, man.
$250 damn dollars.
Yeah.
Like, you think about that nowadays, y'all looking at me like crazy.
Nothing.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So they let me rent that out. We move in down there, you know. I'm cutting hair. We still trying to make music. And a couple of my peoples is like, hey, man, what y'all need? Y'all need something? Yeah, give me a couple dollars. You know what I'm saying? My nigga Mont Brown from Newark. I guess let me put his name out there. George Brown. Yeah, I'm putting names out there, nigga. So y'all gonna just have to live with it and enjoy that. So, you know, he gave me a couple dollars, and my nigga Jay Giblin gave me a couple dollars, and I'm like, all right, and then I just go get shit.
Yeah.
Got the Yamaha 4-track. I got an MPC, but
Nice.
I took the MPC back because I ain't gonna lie, I didn't know what I was doing.
Couldn't figure it out.
I couldn't figure it out.
Yeah.
Come home, I'm a plug and play type of guy.
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
use Logic Pro. You can jump on that shit, and boom, 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 you can make something.
Yep.
You ain't got to figure out this, and that. So I take the MPC back and go get the ASR X, not the
Yep.
keyboard,
Yep.
the ASR, the ASR 10. Which
ASR
one's the
10.
block? Yeah, the X. No, it was the X. I can't remember. One's the keyboard.
Yeah.
One's the
ASR
machine. I can't remember.
ASR
Somebody
10,
looked that shit
ASR
up.
X.
There's two.
10, right?
Yeah. One. Yeah.
Yeah,
I can't remember. Somebody looked that shit up.
Yeah.
So then we get that, and you know, we making music, and we making songs and shit. But every time I go to the car and listen to the shit, I'm like, that shit don't sound like Jay-Z shit. Fuck, well, something ain't right.
Yeah.
Something ain't right.
Yeah.
So it was just once niggas found out that's what we was doing,
Mm-hmm.
and mind you, I'm cutting everybody's hair. So you come in the house. Y'all know y'all remember Baby D. What my nigga say about Baby D from next Friday with Day Day, and he's like, yeah, you know, Baby D, she cut hair, blah blah
Yeah.
blah blah blah, all out the same house.
Yeah.
That was
you.
that house.
Yeah.
Everything.
Everything
So
out the same house.
everything is the same house. You want to see somebody, even if they wasn't at the house, they's coming by the house. So that was that place.
Gotcha.
So anybody that wanted to make music, you coming in getting your hair cut, you hear my brother in the next room making beats.
Doing music, yeah.
Making music. Fucking somebody in there rapping. Like, this was all, and that's what all was going on. So I had access to everybody.
Yeah. So were you guys like pretty much the only people there?
The only
Doing
other
that?
person that was DJ Thorn Stein. You can look him up. Right now he fucks with, he has a group of DJs. They go by Crooked Style DJs.
Oh, yeah.
That's what they go by right
Yeah.
now. Yeah, you know that. So yeah.
Yeah.
I was there with Thorn for that. The very first meeting before it even come together.
yeah.
I'm with there. So me and
Gotcha.
Thorn is like, that's my day one right there.
Gotcha.
So he was doing his DJ thing, and so he had people record sometime. He was the only other person that would record. That was it. But most people, because of how my house was,
Mhm.
me and my brother's house, came there. You could hang out there. You could be there all day.
Gotcha.
Do whatever you want to do.
Yeah.
You know, so that's how that came about. But Thorn played Thorn's a big part of that. He still
Mhm.
DJs down there. He's the DJ down there historically.
Gotcha.
So,
Gotcha.
yeah, that was it though. It was just us two.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So you were forming a network without even knowing about it.
Not even realizing
Yeah. Like what's about to happen in the future. So,
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, that's dope. And then, as far as like, were there any? Did you spot any talent right away down there, or was kind of everybody was just starting out? You know what I mean?
I think everybody was rapping in their individual pockets.
Mm-hmm.
Like Thorn had niggas come from Jersey.
Oh,
So the first people he was recording was from Jersey.
they weren't even from there.
They weren't even from there. The people I was recording were from Zanesville.
Gotcha.
Had been Zanesville, grew up in Zanesville, except for and I'll say niggas' names, even some that I don't fuck with anymore.
Mhm.
Just being for real. But so instantly I had access to everybody. And as far as talent goes, we were nice as anybody in the country.
Yeah.
And I can prove that.
Yeah.
You know, if anybody ever wants to look anything up, I don't have historically any of those songs online, but a lot of that shit we did, even the things that were recorded at Thorn's house, from 97 on, Thorn might have a couple earlier ones, but from 97 on, I have a lot of them songs.
Wow.
And lyrically and
They
all
on
that.
floppy disks.
I do have floppy disks too. I know that. Which is wild as hell. I still got a cassette tape because we had an R&B group that should have been somewhere.
Oh wow.
They went by Sequel. I think. I still have their tape sitting up in my studio. L.J. Johnson, Nehemiah Gators, and Eddie Norris. And they can still sing. They're still nice as hell.
Dope.
But yeah, we had access to all that, so it blossomed into this. We had our own hip hop community.
Mm-hmm.
Once I moved into that house, it was damn near instantaneous.
Gotcha.
Like it wasn't like a gradual thing. Once we got to that house that we rented out for $250,
Yeah, everybody knew about it.
Everybody knew about
Yeah.
it, and it was like everything exploded right there.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, yeah, dope ass art. I mean, they were all talented.
Yeah.
Ryan Montez, that was my cousin. That was like my man. We fell out. Shit happens. Doesn't matter. Isaiah Thomas, rest in peace. Yeah, I know his history, but that was my dude. You know what I'm saying? Never did me like that. Beely Black, rest in peace. You know, nice. He was a nigga from Jersey though, but he was nice. He brought that Jersey flow down here.
Mm-hmm.
I'm trying to think of some other people. I have my man Andrew Young, white dude. He I don't know. He's a preacher now. You'll be all right, Andrew. You wasn't doing nothing crazy back then, so just so everybody knows. But he was making beats. So all the beats you hear, or when you got the stutter hi hats and the crazy drums, and he was doing that.
He was doing that.
We
before.
didn't hear that
Yeah.
then. Now I'm not saying people weren't doing it anywhere else in the country,
Yeah.
but he brought that to our house in the '90s, at '97,
Yeah.
and we had never heard that
Right.
at all.
Right.
And so when we hear it years later, you know what I'm saying? It might took time to trickle into the music industry, but when we hear that years later, I'm like, damn, he was doing that.
Yeah, back in the day.
Back in the day.
Yeah.
But it made it on there. My man Jay Vision, white dude, still gonna always say the realest white rapper to me, just by the shit he says.
Yeah.
Not taking away nothing from anybody. Always been the dopest motherfucker I know. And I don't even consider him white. That's just how people label shit. But that was my man. He was fucking dope as fuck. Still around. His wife does music. I'm sorry, I can't remember Tasia's name, but Tasia does music. Or makes music. I'm sorry. I'm trying to think, who am I missing here? Because we had a lot of people in the 90s. What it was like my brother knew everybody. My brother's one of them social people, so he knew a lot of the rocker cats and shit like that. So them people, that's how we got our shows. So most shows, my brother Adrian Coleman, I don't know if I said his name, but you know what I'm saying.
Mm-hmm.
He knew them people, smoking a lot, all that shit. So that's how he knew that circuit of people.
Right. Right.
So they was asking him like, hey, y'all make music, y'all want to do shows? And my brother, first thing he would do, he was rapping, but I don't know if he really wanted it like that at the time. So he would always kind of shoot the stuff to me like, hey, this guy wants to know if you want to perform with him and do something. So instantly we got shows. And me, I wasn't never that, okay, it's all about me guy. Hey, let's all go. Yeah. So sometimes we doing shows, and mind you, we performing songs to the band. Just all right, just play the drums, give us something like this, motherfucker. I don't care what you do on the guitar, but we gonna rap this song right here. And that's basically how we did it. And I would bring everybody with me, all the artists. If you wanted to go,
just get on the mic.
Just get on the mic, and that's how we
jam
did
session.
That shit.
Just do whatever. Yeah,
do whatever.
That's crazy.
That's all it was, and we got shows back to back to back like that.
Nice.
Like, yeah.
Wow.
And so it worked. It worked.
Yep. Back in the 90s.
And you don't realize, and you don't realize what you're doing until you actually later and you look back, and it's like wow. I look back and we're the first rappers in the paper in Zanesville, Ohio. Yeah. We're the first artists and rappers on the radio station in Zanesville, Ohio. I don't even think they play rappers after they might have played a couple, but they've never played no local rappers until a couple years after that. I think my man Money Mackay, Zach Johnson, I think he got something played on the radio. If I'm wrong, I'm wrong. I'm sorry, but I know he got interviewed for the paper. I do know that for a fact, and he's definitely in the paper. So y'all can look that up. But yeah, we the first artist to have a song on the radio in Zanesville, Ohio.
Damn.
Yeah, so we had our whole little city was something. I don't think I would put money on it. You don't get that in a town of 25,000 people anywhere in the country. Yeah. If I'm wrong, I'm wrong. If you can prove me wrong, hey, I'm right there with you. But I would probably guarantee you're not getting what we had back then in a town of 25,000 people. I don't think you're getting that.
Yeah. So then after that, how did that evolve? Like, where'd you go after that?
So what ends up happening is we end up moving out of that house.
Mm-hmm.
So it shifted a little bit because we moved out of that house. So now we moved to some apartments. I'm not going to say the name of the apartments on there just because I don't know why. But we moved to the apartments. Everybody knows. And so we're in the apartments for a while. We're making. No, actually, well, we did move into the apartments. We move out of that house. We move out of that house. I go to Newark. So I'm in Newark. And this is when I'm with Ramon Smith, DJ Cyclone. That was his name.
Okay.
So now I had known Ramon since high school, and he was like the guy that was a little bit older than us. You know what I'm saying? He was hip hop. He was fucking hip hop for real. On day one, he's still like that, or would have still been like that. But so I ended up moving in with him because he's like, hey man, y'all doing the music and this and this and that. So me and my brother end up going up there. So now we're in Newark making music.
Gotcha.
Get somebody to
Which is what, 30 minutes?
30 minutes away. Yeah, 25, 30, just depending on how fast you drive.
Yep.
I've made it there in like 14 sometimes. You know, so.
Flying. Okay.
Flying, you know. So that's a back and forth. But Newark and Zanesville are, even though they're that close, they're two totally different worlds.
Oh, okay.
Two
right.
totally different worlds. It's why I'll say it like this. Growing up in Zanesville, I've lost 30, 40 niggas in my life.
Wow.
Growing up in Newark, I just recently lost 2, 3 niggas.
Gotcha.
So that's the difference in those worlds. So I get those are the worlds I had.
Yeah.
So, you know, when I was younger than the 7th grade going to Newark, so it's two totally different places. So that's like the influences we had. So we get to Newark and we're making music and got somebody invest. This is when me, him, and my brother, we go back and forth to New York a couple times.
Mm-hmm.
Now, the thing I didn't mention, we're also around like a lot of Wu-Tang is in Zanesville. It comes to Zanesville every now
they were
and
in
then.
Ohio all the time.
All the time.
Yeah.
You know, one of Raekwon's brother lives in Zanesville. I'm not going to say his name, nigga, because the nigga never wants the nigga to say his name. So I do that for him. But, so they around. So, you know, we at backstage at shows sometimes. I ain't saying I'm at every show. Don't quote me like that.
Right.
But, you know, we in the car smoking with him sometimes and backstage is smoking some. So we've been around them and everything. So we start doing music in Newark, which is we're on a little bit different vibe. If you listen to the music, it's a different vibe. It's still us, but also we're still growing musically.
Mm-hmm.
You know,
Yeah.
we're just making music. So we end up doing a lot of different stuff. We end up being in who was popular back then? Carson Daly and shit.
Oh, yeah.
So we end up in MTV building 1515. You know, I got video of us fucking talking. You ain't supposed to be in the building. And we in the building.
Right.
You know, walking around and shit. You know what I'm saying? We didn't get caught like big scene shit. You know,
Yeah,
someone's
yeah.
like, hey man, you can't.
what
you
you
can't
doing
do
here?
that. Yeah, what you doing?
Yeah.
So that was a nice little trip. And then, you know what I'm saying, end up rapping in front of Hot 97. I think we met Star. Star and Buck Wild. That's who was on the radio at that time. Yeah, so we met out there like 5 in the morning. So it was a nice little trip. But that music ended up being good. But then me and Ramon fell out over some money. Shit happens.
Right.
And so then I end up back in Zanesville. Back in Zanesville. Thorne had been still recording for a couple years. You know, he's recording. And so we got a couple newer kids coming up by then. If I forget some of y'all's names, y'all niggas just gonna have to be mad at me. I'm sorry. But like my nigga Rich Alexander was dope. Still haven't heard anybody rap like that nigga. But he was dope. Still is dope. You know what I'm saying? So I ain't gonna say it like that.
Mm-hmm.
But I want to say he was like 15. My nigga Money Mackay, Zach Johnson, I think he was like 15. So all around this time, that's what's happening. I forgot to mention my nigga Isaac Thomas too. My bad. When we was doing them shows in the 97. Isaac, he was, everybody had no one sounded the same.
Yeah.
And it's kind of like that 90s thing.
Yeah.
No one
no
sounded,
one did.
and no one did.
Now everybody does.
Now everybody did. You hear that. It's everywhere.
Yep.
But none of us sounded the same. So if you had 3 of us on the song, you got 3 different flavors.
Right.
Whatever. If you have 5 of us on the track, it's 5 different flavors. That's what you got.
Yeah.
So you fast forward to 2002, 2003, whatever. You know what I'm saying? After the 911, 9/11s, and all that shit. So now we're back to making music, and we still got we don't have the 4-track now. We have the Roland. Dang, I'm so mad I can't think of it because it's still sitting at my brother's right now, and it's ancient.
It's an upgrade.
It's an upgrade.
Just leave it at that.
It's an upgrade.
It's an upgrade.
It's
from
an
the
upgrade.
4-track. Right.
It's
right.
an upgrade. We had a Korg. We had the Triton when I was at
Yeah.
Ramones,
Yeah.
and then we did, after that fell out, no more Triton.
Yeah.
But we still good. We still making music. We make more mixtape. This is when me and my cousin start doing more music together. Me and Ryan Montez. And so we start doing more music right now. We start doing more shows. Thorn jumps in, starts doing some more shows. So everything's going pretty good. It doesn't really fall off until Isaac goes to jail. Me and my cousin fall out. He ends up going to jail. People start having kids.
Yeah.
All those little, now you're coming into adults and young adults.
Right.
But all those little things start
Bills
coming
start
into
hitting
play.
You gotta start
Bills
paying
start
bills.
hitting you.
Yeah,
You gotta, all those things come into play. So what we get now for the neck from then until pretty much now is, you get everybody doing music and you have people coming up here and there. But it's that same thing where you have to do shit to live.
Right.
You got to pay your
You
bills.
gotta take care of life.
You got to take care of your kids.
Yep.
So people would come around, and this is the introduction of damn. I don't know Major's real name actually, and I know that nigga forever. So if he ever sees this, he'll know. I cannot think of what his real name is, and I don't know. But Major starts coming around. Who else am I missing? You start getting some of the younger kids rapping. Fucking Morgan Curtis goes by Ghost, Young Ghost. He just dropped the album a little bit ago, a couple of days ago actually. But you start seeing some of these younger ones pop up. Devin Sowers, my bad nigga if I'm telling you, but I'm just calling it like it is, so I can let them know some of y'all, because some of y'all still rap, some of y'all still make music. So, and all these individuals are nice, and everybody I'm naming still to this day doesn't sound like anything else that we hear right now. Yeah. There's no copies. You know what I'm saying? My brother started this Uncloned. He started saying that in the 90s. That's where we're at today. Uncloned.
Gotcha.
That's where we're at.
Right now you can show your support by purchasing an Ohio is Music t-shirt. Visit www.ohioismusic.com and order your shirt. On sale now with free shipping. Portions of the proceeds will go toward our end-of-the-year donations to underprivileged music students.
So through all that time, through them 2000s all the way up to 2016, 17, I'm still making music, but I've moved. I've moved to Newark, to Reynoldsburg, to Pickerington. So I've traveled in all them places. Got a little studio in the closet, just in the closet. So I'm still rapping. I'm still making songs. My son's coming up. He's rapping. He's making songs. I got video of that. You know what I'm saying? He's named after me, Andre Crockwell, too. He's nice. He's nice, though. Got to get him together. You know what I'm saying? Yep. He's not serious about it. So it's not that I got to get him together. He's just not serious. But so he's rapping. And then we end up moving back to Zanesville. So when we moved back to Zanesville, I set up, and all I got right now, all I have is a MacBook and 2 Yamahas. You know, the NS10s. If you don't know that, everybody got the NS10s. Yeah. The new version.
And if you don't know,
if you don't
black
know,
speaker with the white cone.
Black speaker with the white cone
that you see in every studio.
Every studio has them. Every studio has them. Whether they got the old ones or the new ones, they got them.
Yep.
So that's all I got, and
which is actually more than everything else you had combined, because once you get, once everything went digital and
everything,
you got every sound on a MacBook. You don't need keyboards anymore.
No, you don't have to. You don't have to put Walkmans together to try to record.
It's come a long way from that.
A long way. So even seeing that growth in technology is unbelievable, because now while we're in Pickerington and Reynoldsburg, my kids are coming home like, hey, Dad, you like this song by this kid? Damn, this kid's making music in the house when I, at 15, 16, when I was at 21, I had to figure out how to do that shit, and all he has to do is have a computer.
Yep.
That shit came that far. So
Yeah.
I'm like, wow. But so we ended up, fast forward, we're back in Zanesville. So I'm in Zanesville, you know, and I talked to a couple people, and I'm out and I'm seeing people out, and I'm still making beats, still making music, and I'm like making my own songs and everything. And I'm talking to people like, hey, you know what I'm saying? Y'all niggas rapping and shit. And they're like, yeah, okay, we got this out. Like, I think Devin and them was hot at the time. Scotty Burrell, I think that's another nigga that was rapping. My cousin Jizzle the Pistol, Jonathan Johnson. I know I'm missing some people, but if I forget you, my bad. But so every time I'm asking somebody though, they're like, I don't really, you know what I'm saying? I'm like, who you doing music with? Because I came up from not everybody was coming to my house. I'm working with everybody.
Right.
And they're like, oh, well, you know, nobody. You know, it's just me or it's me and this guy. Oh, you don't fuck with so-and-so? Nah, I don't fuck with them. Well, why? You know what I'm saying? Oh, something, you know, something wrong? What? Nah, I just don't fuck with him. You know, I just be doing me and doing my...
Yeah.
Okay, so no one's doing shit together
Anymore, right?
for no specific reason.
Yeah.
They just aren't doing shit together, and I'm like, damn. So my man Drippy Global starts coming around. Cody Crosby starts coming around my house. He had came before I'd started moving. He had came to the house with him and the Rock Squad, and that was their name. Damn, I'm sorry, Sean. I know Sean was in that. Damn, I can't think of y'all niggas' names right now. My bad. But, you know, they was in high school, you know what I'm saying? So they come around. They had a couple dope little songs. And I think they did some shows at high school. But he comes back around and shit. So, now, mind you, he had been doing stuff. He had been going to Quad Studios and taking trips to L.A. and everywhere else. So, you know what I'm saying? He's definitely bigger than me. Definitely bigger than anything we had done before.
Right.
So, he starts coming around like, hey, man, you know what I'm saying? I'm going to come fuck with you. All right. Mind you, I still got that one laptop and two Yamaha.
Yeah, you can do something.
That's it. And my inbox, my Pro Tools inbox is outdated. So when I accidentally update my computer, my inbox is irrelevant.
Right. Doesn't work now.
Doesn't work now.
Man.
So now I get a fucking $50. It might have been, I think it was 100, but I want to say it was 50. A $50 Behringer. Terrible. But if you got to do what you got to do.
We're talking sound interfaces.
We're talking sound interfaces.
If you don't understand what he's saying.
Yeah.
Something to get the audio into the laptop.
Yes, into the laptop.
Gotcha.
So that's what I'm working on for the moment. So, you know, he keeps coming around after me having them conversations with people. I'm like, man, I think I'm just, all right, I'm going to make music. I'm still cutting hair, you know what I'm saying, at this time a little bit. I'm like, man, I really just want to make music. So I start just kind of upgrading slowly. Right. Slowly I start upgrading. And then as my son's in high school, he starts rapping a little bit more. His friends start coming around rapping.
Yep.
So I just started getting more and more people coming around like that to where my mind is growing. I've always wanted to have something like Motown. I've always wanted that. Never really told people that through all them years, but I always wanted that.
Right.
And, you know, I'm sure a few people heard it. And then when COVID hit, and you know, I can't lie, I'm not no doomsday person, but I'm not a motherfucker that's gonna not be prepared. I had 20 stacks of water. I had food for fucking days. I bought up every fucking thing. Pistols, all. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't know how real it is.
I did the same.
But me, I'm like, hey, what's the worst that can happen? I got water for fucking 6 months. I got fucking food for 6 months.
Yeah.
Hey, I'm prepared. So, you know what I'm saying? It is what it is. I'm glad I'm like that. I said just in case the shit was more real than it turned out to be. But so when that hit, I was like, I'm not doing nothing else. I got to figure out a way. How do I get all these artists to work together? Because that's what it takes. You look at it, I mean, you kids, you adults and you kids that still make music. No, on IG, everybody says it. Everybody successful says it. You got to have a team. You got to have a team.
Yeah. Yeah.
They say that. It's everywhere. It's facts. You can't get away from it. So I started looking at the game differently. I started looking at it from a perspective of, okay, it's not just about me. I never really thought like that, but I had to looking at it like that. Like, it's not just about me, it's about everybody else. How do we make enough noise to where we can be heard?
Mm-hmm.
Because fans and people, whatever you want to call them, they got to buy into you and they got to love what you do, and then they got to love you.
Yeah.
I mean, it might be 200 fans, it might be 2 million fans, but at some point they have to love you regardless. How do I get niggas to work together so we can make enough noise to be heard around the globe? That's my thought process.
Yeah.
Uncloned Creations. My brother started this in 99. He started saying that shit. Adrian the Uncloned. That was his rap name. He was dope as hell.
Yeah.
He was definitely doper than me at one point. Now the nigga can't fuck with me. He's still dope though. Let's not get it twisted. But he's still fucking dope. So that's okay, I started building everything. This is what I'm building. This is my Motown. That's what I'm working on. I'm going to figure out a way to get everybody together. Took some time to figure out, you know what I'm saying? I ran into my man, actually Drippy Global brought my dude Derek Jordan to me that helped me put my website together. Then I just started talking to different artists. But during all this time, my man C.E.O. Bugatti, Timothy Rutherford.
Shout out to
nigga.
Shout out to DJ C.E.O. Bugatti.
C.E.O. Bugatti, my
shot.
nigga. I will take a shot for my nigga.
C.E.O.
For my man C.E.O. Because he's a big part of this.
Yep.
I seen him for the first time. Can't tell you what the date was. I don't know. But he was fucking with some younger niggas. Damn, what is... I don't know Sully. I don't know Sully's real name. But he started OTL. Yeah, he started OTL. And that was in 2019, 2018. Year could be off. Could be 2020. But he was doing some nice shit. Built up a nice little studio. Had a nice little group of artists and everything. I don't know all their names.
Right.
But he had a nice little group of artists. And they started doing shit. So now when I'm back at that time, I'm like... Okay, he invites me down there to come check his stuff out. Oh, okay, damn, I like what y'all's doing down there, which was fucking dope. I'm like, damn, some little shit happened to him, so I don't know how all that broke up, but it broke up.
Yeah.
I think it was whatever happened to him. So, C.E.O. starts coming around. And C.E.O., I didn't know much about C.E.O. I seen him and John at the OTL show, and I'm like, I had never known John. I didn't know John was from Zanesville, Ohio. Yep. John Rutherford. Yep. And I heard her sing, and I'm like, oh, shit. Like, damn, I need singers.
Right.
Damn, okay. Now, I didn't reach out or nothing like that, but somehow, I can't even remember who brought C.E.O. to my house. Or how I even I really can't remember. Sorry.
Yeah.
But I'm glad he did.
Right.
So
So that formed you guys' partnership or however that dynamic is. But
yeah, because every time he came to my house, he'd come record. We clown and laughing. He making some dope songs, him and his wife and shit. Mm-hmm. And just the way he talking and shit. And the first thing I said, like, man, just the way you talk, like, man, you should be a manager or something.
That's what I tell him all the time. Yeah.
Like, you know, so that was one of the first things, like serious things I was like to say to him. Yeah, you know what I'm saying? And then he started showing me the shit that he had done in the past.
Right.
And I'm like, well, damn, nigga, you really should be a manager. Like, you really should be doing this shit. Like, why ain't you doing this shit? Well, you know, life, this and this and this and that.
Right.
So he's saying all that stuff. He's still coming around and shit. And, you know, at that time, I hadn't fully said what I wanted to do, you know, because it's still growing in my head. How am I going to do this? How am I going to do this? And so then we get to where it's like, he's coming around. My man gets the website together. It's on there. All right. I'm starting to bump into more artists just in different places, random places and shit. And I'm like, My nigga Tay BH, who comes and records, he's dope as fuck. He's in there, and I kind of start speaking a little shit to him, like, man, I'm going to try to get all these artists together, man, and have something grow and wild things. Tay's been in Zanesville for a while though, so he's from Zanesville. He's from Columbus too, 6142. So I get to talking to him more and everything, and so I'm like, all right, once I get all this shit together, and Tim's still coming around, and Tim had said something to me when the very first time he was in there, and he was like, man, I just want to live this shit.
Yeah.
And that right there is the thing that really stuck with me.
Right.
That he said.
Right. You don't hear that much.
You don't hear that much.
Yeah.
And I don't even know if when he said it that time, if he took it like I took it.
Right.
And he's probably said it a bunch of times before that, but I don't think he took it like I took it.
Yeah.
Because after he said that, I said, I'm not doing nothing else.
Yeah.
This is what I want to do.
That's the type of thought process I need people around me that think that way.
Think that way.
Right.
This is what I want to do. I'm not doing nothing else.
Yeah.
No matter how I have to do this shit, if I'm the only nigga rapping at 25, I will be the only nigga rapping on Uncloned. Because if you don't think like that, you're not going to do it.
Yep.
It's not going to happen. You have to want to live this shit. You have to want to live for making music and being an artist.
Yep.
There's no 99.99999%.
Yeah.
I
don't care if I never make another penny at it. I'm still doing it. You know what I'm saying?
Exactly. You have to give. And you have to give that to anything. It doesn't matter. Basketball, football, shit. If you want your own construction company, you got to give that 100%. That's how it's going to succeed, man. We was talking about Mike Jones earlier.
Yeah.
Mike Jones wanted to succeed.
Yeah.
I ain't saying I loved every Mike Jones song.
Right.
But I know Mike Jones.
Yeah.
And I know Mike Jones made an impact, and he's the definition of I want to be a rapper and I want the world to know me. Yeah. That's it.
I'm going to say my name 400,000 times.
400,000 times. I remember my nigga Wood playing his music saying Mike. He was saying Mike Jones.
Yep.
So that right there. But when C.E.O said that to me, I'm not doing, and I haven't done nothing else since. I've recorded people to make money, and I've been putting all this shit together, Uncloned. That's what I've been putting together, and I've assembled a group of artists they're unique. Yeah. That's what you're unique. That's what the U stands for. You're unique. And that's what everybody's supposed to be, because everybody is unique. Doesn't matter who you are. I don't give a fuck if you're twins. Twins are unique. Yeah. Y'all look damn near the same, but you are unique. And that's what I've acquired once that started growing. We're what's this? This is 2020 December 2023. We kind of really got started September 4th or 10th, somewhere around in there. I want to say 10th. We've been going about 3 months.
That's it. Wow.
We did a bunch of shows.
Yeah, I was going to say, y'all did about 10 shows already.
About 10 shows already. And this is not shit that we planned back in June or July or August. It just all happened. And I think it pretty much happened because I said, I'm 100% in. Yeah. That's it. Let me get photos of everybody. Hey, this is what's going to be on the website. You're going to have your photo. You're going to have your links. Give me a little bio. Yeah. And then it's going to shoot you to wherever they are. They want you to see their Instagram. Their Instagram's on there. Yeah. We are your link tree. Yeah. That's what Uncloned is.
So right now, Uncloned's got how many artists?
10 or 11.
10 or 11 rappers and singers, right?
Rappers and singers.
Ages, what?
Ages.
Like I heard you.
Ages from 11.
Yeah, 11. Yeah.
I mean, if we want to get super technical, 7 and up.
Oh wow.
My brother's son, Adrian Coleman, the second. He's nice. He's a Michael Jackson, Prince.
Oh wow.
Fanatic. He does all that shit, but at 6 years old, he came in and wrote a rap, and I mean, I have the song. That's so cool. He's growing up in all of these things, so he's hearing it.
So that's part of his life. So
yeah. Rael's 11. She's 11, and she's super nice.
I heard her.
She's super nice.
She can sing,
and
man.
She can sing.
Yeah.
And she's just, I mean, she's going to continue to grow. Her dad works with her every day. Yeah. She's probably not going to, No, I ain't gonna say she's not gonna come out because I'm not even gonna put a timeline on it because she's that nice.
Yeah.
But we're all working together.
Yeah. And are you looking to expand? Let's
Yeah.
let everybody know how to get in touch with you guys.
Everybody's welcome. If you're in the 740 area, and why I say this is because, yes, we're in the day. We're in the day of streaming. We're in the day where I have songs playing in fucking, I think, Yugoslavia or some shit
Right.
that I did with some guy in Canada.
Right.
So, you know what I'm saying? You can do that shit. I don't want to use a negative word. So, the thing with that is, odds are me and this guy in Canada are not going to link up and do this show in Yugoslavia. So, when it comes to gathering fans and I'm trying to think how when it comes to gathering fans and getting together, even putting on shows, that's probably not going to happen.
Right.
It's cool to do a show with somebody in North Carolina, but when you're still I know what level we're at right now.
Mm-hmm.
I understand that.
Mm-hmm.
So at this level right now, everything is local.
Yeah. So you're trying to conquer this area, and with the people that are around you, form this team and conquer this area. So,
that conquer you got to conquer your area first. Even if you're not looking for the record label to catch you, you still got to conquer your area first. Because if you don't get the people around you to buy into you, it's not saying the rest of the world won't, but you have to have that backing. Yeah. You have to have
your team, the whole team. The Uncloned team is here.
The Uncloned team is here.
So you start here. You'll work with people from anywhere.
We'll work with from anywhere, but if you're 740, 614, that's really what we want, just because we can all do shows together.
Yeah.
We can do anything together.
Yeah.
So when you see us at a show, you're going to see about 15 different uncloned shirts in there.
Yeah.
And that's
I've been to 3 or 4 shows so far.
Yeah.
And 15 is not even minimum. I'm talking, I seen 30.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like everybody.
Where you look up
people I don't even know, like, why do you okay.
Yeah.
Like, how the bartender got an
uncloned shirt on his
like, yeah, what's going on? Yeah.
And that's what it is, and that's how we growing, and that's how we work together. We work together like that. I love doing something with someone in LA. But I'd rather have somebody that I could be like, hey man, we're getting ready to do this show at O'Brien's.
Right.
And I know they can show up. Whereas opposed to the guy in LA, we might have a fire ass song.
Yeah.
But he's like, damn man, I ain't got the money to get out there. It's
and
gonna
plus,
be
like
rough.
when you're in the studio with other people, you catch that vibe.
Of
course, you could do a song with somebody, through the internet, but it might, you might have 2 different feelings.
Two different feelings. That energy is not there. That energy's, that's a real thing.
Right.
Whether you believe in it or don't believe in it, it's a real fucking thing. People getting together. That's why you get motherfuckers that get dope ass collabs and they're like, man, we was just in the studio vibing.
Yep.
That's why you see niggas on there. What they doing? They want to motherfucking be in there smoking. Yep. You know what I'm saying? 10 niggas in there because they all looking for that vibe.
Yep.
So that being close is very important to Uncloned. It's very, very, very important. Because if you see one of us, you see all of us.
Yeah.
If you see Uncloned, you see a star. Yeah. Like, remember that. That's our thing. If you see Uncloned, you see a star.
Let's give them the website. It's Uncloned.
The website. Unclonedcreations.com. That's where you can find us. That's where you can find all the artists. Some artists might not be on there yet. You're going to see different artists on there every now and then. That's what you're going to see.
Is that the best way to contact
that's
the website?
The best way to contact us is the website. All the information will be on there. Any one of them artists you want to talk to, you're going to find all their links on there. C.E.O. Bugatti, all his fucking links are on there. And he's pretty much the guy to talk to for most of the shows. If you can't get a hold of him, get a hold of me. But he's going to take care of all that shit usually. And if you want some Uncloned merch for the show, go ahead, high quality shit. Shop unclonedcreations.com. We got some little different things. Don't be Tyrone. If you don't know what that means, I'm giving promo for a movie, obviously. But, you know what I'm saying? You got to be yourself. You got to be unique. Everybody's unique. And that's what that's what the Uncloned artists are on there. If you come and watch us, you're going to get a bunch of different music that I can't say you won't get everywhere, but you're going to get a big variety of music. That's what you're going to get. from song, from the start to the finish.
Right.
Something might not be your cup of tea, but I guarantee you're gonna like something in there, and you're most likely probably like all of it. And so yeah, that's what you see is unclonedcreations.com. You want some shirts, whatever, shop unclonedcreations.com.
Yep. And moving forward,
Mm-hmm.
new artists, new shows, everything is to be, coming up.
Mm-hmm.
Keep checking the website. I'm sure all the dates, everything will be on there.
Yeah, dates and everything will be on there. Everything will be on. Also, any one of those. See, this is the beauty of how we're doing things. Any one of those artists you look on their social media, you're gonna find the shows.
Yeah.
You're gonna find the dates.
Yeah.
You're gonna find the flyers. You're gonna find all that information. Is all gonna be
And
out there.
it seems like they all support each other too, which is great because
Everybody.
a lot of times, oh man, I'm better than him. I don't want to
Mm-hmm.
help him out, you know what I mean, or her out. And it seems like the whole crew you got supports everybody. The movement, it's happening right now. And like I said, man, we're supporting it. So
I appreciate that.
Yeah.
Besides, they've helped us out a lot. Rishbone has helped us out a lot.
well,
A lot.
it's
And
what it is.
And that's what it takes though. We don't have egos. Yeah, everybody doesn't agree, but everybody understands it's what's best for the movement.
Yeah.
It's what's best for the brand. However you want to say it. It's what's best for them. If it's something that's better for me, you better believe it's what's best for all of us. So when you do come, we welcome everybody. When you come to Uncloned, you got to check your ego at the door. I got to check my ego at the door. I'm doing things that I'll never do and you've never seen me do in my lifetime. And I'm not going to say what it is because even in my mind, I'm like, no, I don't do it. But I have to do this shit because it's what's best for everybody.
Right.
Everybody. And that's how we work. And if you come in like you don't have that open mindset, it's not going to work out. And we've had a few artists that it didn't work out because of that. I have no problem with them.
Yeah.
At all. I
Yeah.
wish all the success. But what we're doing here is we're building up something that you can do for life.
Yeah.
You want to be a music artist and you want to live it for life, this is what we're building you up to. You do got to have an image. People got to buy into you. Sometimes you got to take off that. It could be anything. You might have to take that t-shirt and them jeans off to put on for female. I'm going to say for a female. You might have to take them jeans and t-shirt off and put on a dress.
Yeah.
That might be you and you don't even realize it.
Yeah.
But those are things you might have to do.
You're going to figure it out.
You're going to figure it out. We're not going to tell you exactly what to do. That's not it. But if I say, hey, man, you know what I'm saying? I get it. I get it, nigga. Yeah, you like the Jordan 1s. I get that. Damn, there's fucking 1 million people with Jordan 1s. I still wear Jordan 1s. Don't get me twisted. But what I'm saying is maybe that's not your look.
Yeah.
Maybe that's not what's going to attract people to you.
Yeah.
You might have to try something else out. Put on some suedes, man. Put on some suede Pumas. My bad. Put on some suedes. I call them suedes because I got 1 million of them things. But that's old school hip hop shit. Beat Street, 1985, 84. Go check that out if you don't know. Yeah. So, but that's what we're about. We are artists.
Yeah.
I don't even know if I want to call it development, but we're about artists getting better at what they are.
Well, let's do a shot real quick to unclonedcreations.com.
Unclonedcreations.com.
We're going to take a quick break, and we're going to finish this up. I'm going to ask you some questions, and
all right.
then we're going to get to some music.
Sounds good.
Right now you can show your support by purchasing an Ohio is Music t-shirt. Visit www.ohioismusic.com and order your shirt. On sale now with free shipping. Portions of the proceeds will go toward our end-of-the-year donations to underprivileged music students.
Okay, so we're back with Mr. Uncloned himself. We want to shout out to all the uncloned artists real quick before I start asking you some questions.
Yes,
I want to see where your brain is. But let's go ahead and shout out everybody you got right now.
So I got to shout everybody out. We got my man Tay BH. Very, very dope music, Tay BH. Go to unclonedcreations.com. You're going to find everybody and all their links. You can go watch them, check them out. John and Rochelle. We got C.E.O. Bugatti. We have, who else we got on there? We got E-Baby. E-Baby is very, very, very fucking dope. We got Mickey Perry. Mickey Perry's very, very, very dope. All these artists are definitely different, though. All of them. We have Something Amazing. She is definitely something amazing, something different. You need to check her out. She doesn't have anything on the major platforms just yet, but it's coming. It's on the way. And videos and everything. We got Ray L. She's 11. She's definitely dope. Who am I missing? We got a girl named Mariel. I'm sorry, Mariel's not on there just yet. We have Jay Vision. He's not on there yet. He's a beat maker. He's an artist. We have Adrian the Uncloned. I spoke about him on there. And who we got? We got Big O Beats on there. We got Rishbone Beats that'll be on there at some point. So that's where the website has to grow. I know I'm missing somebody.
You say Young Dre?
Young Dre. And we have Young Dre. He's on there too. And I think that's everybody at the moment. Yes. If I'm wrong, I'm going to be mad. But
if you're wrong, we're going to put it on the screen.
Yes, put it on the screen. Thank you. I appreciate that.
You're going to get a photo
yes.
and your name on the screen.
I'm sorry. I'm missing Young D. I'm sorry, Young D. I don't know why I missed that. Don't be mad at me.
Yeah.
She's definitely dope. You got to check her out. We just did post for the gram video shoot and post for the gram video release. And she just added a party the other day. And we got Money Mackay. Money Mackay, I'm sorry I didn't give you enough props. Money Mackay has been there. When I took off for years, Money Mackay called me and said, hey, can I keep running with this and screaming this uncloned thing? And he did that for years, so I love him for that. He's always been there and is always going to be there. And his music is fucking amazing. He's a dope-ass artist. Yeah, see? I'm glad. I'm glad you helped me out there, Rich, because I was slipping.
I was checking the website. I had to do my research before,
you
know what I mean?
Yeah.
Before this. So that's
you see fried players fuck up, too?
Yeah.
You know how that shit
happens.
is?
It happens. All right, so we're going to get into the last segment. I'm going to ask you some questions.
Yes.
I'm going to start with Ohio only.
Mm-hmm.
Your favorite artist or musician coming out of Ohio? All time.
Coming out of Ohio, my favorite artist. And I can't say myself right because when we ask these questions,
you know what?
We can't say. I'm not going to say.
I'll let you say yourself, but then you got to tell me who number two is.
Yeah, you got to pick one. Favorite artist out of everybody. Who do I like the most? I'm trying to think who is really my favorite. And I've been on Ohio's music a few times and watched a lot of that. Nita Baker. There's a lot of people on there you might not know are from Ohio because I didn't know they were from Ohio.
Right.
So that's good. Go check out Ohio's music because there's a lot of them on there. I gotta say I did like Bone. I know it's a band, it's a group.
Bone Thugs. I mean, it counts.
I got to go with Bone. I heard them in 92. When was 92? You might get me with years. Some might get it. But first time I heard them, Dorm Room, Bowling Green. I was up there for a month and a half with my cousin. He was enrolled. I wasn't. I was kicking it. But first time I heard Bone, dope. Bone Thugs in Harmony. I got to give it up to them. Yeah, had to be. Like, damn. Then they come out in the 95, 6, 7. I get bad with years. First of the month and shit like man, you can go back and back and back.
Yep.
Like, yeah, Bone Thugs.
Okay, Bone Thugs in Harmony, favorite Ohio group. Let's go. Doesn't have to be from Ohio.
Mm-hmm.
Top 5 favorite rappers.
Top 5 favorite.
Yep.
It's not that hard. I don't even know why I sighed.
Right.
I mean, Jay-Z's done the most. Jay-Z was the one nigga I heard for the first time, and it took me a while to realize why I did this. So this is just a little quick little story for him being in there. Riding around with this girl. Not gonna put your name out there. She's in her Dodge Daytona. She pops that shit in. And I listen to that shit, and I make her take it out. And I didn't know why. And I think at the time, now looking back, I know why. Because he was fucking dope as fuck.
Yeah.
That's why. And I was really hating. And that was before I rapped or anything.
Oh, wow.
That was before I rapped or anything.
Yeah.
But I didn't know. It was just one of them feelings.
Yeah.
And so Jay-Z's up there.
Jay-Z.
You got to fucking go with Little fucking Wayne.
Little Wayne.
Wayne. I mean, they're fucking dope as fuck. Who else am I fucking missing that's fucking dope? I hate to say this. I gotta go with Kanye. I don't know at what point Kanye started having people write his rhymes,
Yeah.
That kind of hurt. But I still got to go with fucking Kanye.
Yeah, I mean, Kanye's a beast.
I got to do that
He's
shit.
a legend already. So
Nas is one of my favorites.
Absolutely.
I got to put Nas up there. And then, greatest rapper of all time is motherfucking Biggie Smalls, Christopher Wallace. If y'all don't think it, know it, or understand it, go back and listen to that, man.
yeah.
I'm going to give you a line. This is the dopest line I ever heard, other than some of the shit I've said. But that man said, I got techniques dripping out my butt cheeks. So I sleep on my stomach so I don't fuck up my sheets.
Oh.
That's so fucking... I don't even know how to explain it.
Yeah.
I don't. Pac's right there, obviously, in that
honorable mention.
But
Yeah,
honorable mention.
Yeah.
But it depends on how you look at rappers and
Yeah.
everybody's
But your top
definition
five,
of that's
Biggie Smalls,
mine.
number
Yeah,
one.
Biggie Smalls number one.
Got it.
I sleep on my stomach so I don't fuck up my sheets, and the nigga's fat as fuck. Like, you have to think of everywhere that shit goes, man. When he says that shit, like, and everybody picks and chooses what they hear out of people, but
Yeah.
nigga, I'm a fat motherfucker that the shit is dripping.
It's crazy.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
So yeah, that's right there.
Okay. That's
That's
your
how I
top
look at
five.
that.
All right.
Yeah.
What about singers? Singers or groups? You know, it could be groups. Top five.
I know who are the best singers. I understand who are the best. I understand the hits that are out there. I understand all that shit.
Well,
my favorite.
your favorite. Yeah,
my
we're talking
favorite.
your favorite. Yep.
Music Soul Child.
Music Soul Child. It's dope.
Music Soul Child.
Yeah.
And the song Love.
Yep.
I personally think me and a couple other people had this discussion the other day. I think that's one of the best songs ever.
Yeah.
If not the best song ever. Of course, that's me and what I think.
Yep.
Wildest thing, I was with Drippy Global. He's going to do a podcast, and we end up in this studio outside of Philadelphia or something. I can't remember the studio. I'm sorry. I know it, but I walk in the studio. You know, of course, I'm filming because I'm filming for him. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Coming in to do his thing, and I walk in like, all right, let me get... And I look on the wall. All them fucking hits that he had are on that fucking wall. Blew my mind. That was like one of them moments in life where you just like, oh shit.
Yeah. I'm glad to be here.
I'm
right
glad
now.
to be here.
Yeah,
I couldn't believe it. I didn't see
Yeah.
that shit coming. But that's Music Soul Child. Go back. He's a grow on you. You got to listen to it. If you don't listen to it, you're not going to get it. And when it comes to music, this is what I say about music. You listen to it 3 times. The first time you just listen to it. The second time you fucking think about it and you're like, okay. And you listen to it that third time, that's when you'll know whether you like it or not.
Whether you like it or
Whether
not.
you like it or
Yeah,
not is that third
I like
time.
that
That first
concept.
time, don't get it.
Yeah.
It just don't. I don't care what you're listening to. I try to listen to people's albums 3 times if I can and shit like that. Yeah, you're going to get, don't get me wrong, you'll get your instant songs where you're like, oh yeah, that's that.
Yeah.
But then there's them songs you got to listen to and then they become that. But that's the thing that we don't do enough of today in 2023. You got to listen to motherfuckers' music because we do get a lot of shit where everybody's like, nah, that shit's garbage.
And
nah, you
they don't
didn't
give it
listen
another
to
chance.
it. Give
Yeah,
it
you gotta
another
listen to
chance.
it again.
There's there's a lot of
facts. Yeah.
there's a lot of good music out there.
Yeah.
A lot. Oh, I'm sorry, but yeah, Music Soul Child.
Music Soul Child. All right. Who else we got?
As far as singers go.
Yep. We're doing top 5.
Okay. Oh, we're doing top 5.
Yeah, top 5.
Oh, well, of course, I got to go with Michael.
Yeah.
I got to give and cliche is such a bad cliche word. Because sometimes it just is what it is.
I mean,
it is what it
he's
is.
the king, so
you gotta get it.
No explanation.
Right,
needed.
I know.
No explanation
my fault.
needed. Yeah.
But you got to go with Michael.
Yeah, absolutely.
Who else we going with? Not going with, but who else do I like that? You got Bruno Mars.
Yep, Bruno Mars.
He's fucking dope. He's fucking amazing.
Yep.
Chris Brown, love Chris Brown. Think he can sing all that shit. Engineer, you're gonna be mad at me. You got to tweak his fucking presets. You got to do something different. That's the only thing. He's always gonna be great. He's gonna be fucking amazing. But you keep using the same fucking shit for his vocals. Change that shit up. I don't know what you need to do. Switch that shit up. At least do it one time for me. But he's still amazing.
One time for you,
He's still amazing.
On the track. That's for Drake.
That's it. That's for Drake.
That is for Drake.
Music sounds amazing.
Oh, yeah.
Trust me, it sounds amazing.
Yeah.
But sometimes, man, you gotta take them J's off and put on some motherfucking Chucks. Like it just, you gotta do that shit sometimes. That's all.
Yeah.
Nothing. But he's fucking amazing.
Just throw number 5 in there.
Oh, Mary J. Blige.
Mary J. Blige. Yeah.
I'm not gonna say nothing.
No, you don't have to say
Mary J. Blige. If you don't get it and you don't go and you don't understand it, go listen to her shit from 411 to today.
Yeah. If you don't get it,
let that shit ride.
If you don't get it, you're 20 years old or younger.
Yeah.
You know
if you don't get it,
don't get it.
Mary J. Blige.
All right, so let's jump into production because you make beats, right?
Mm-hmm.
So, just top 5 producers.
Wow.
Once again, you can say yourself.
This is what's gonna be the bad thing. I'm gonna say myself, but there's a lot of young niggas shit that I like.
Yeah.
And I couldn't tell you them niggas' names.
I got you.
I'm just being honest.
Yeah.
Whoever makes Playboy Cardi's beats,
Yeah.
I like a lot of them shits.
Got you.
That's what I hear. I mean, I don't know if I can give a top 5 per se in that category. Because then I don't know who collaborates on shit.
Let's just say, who's your favorite producer that everybody would know?
Man. Now that is a tough one. Because I'm trying to really think if I could pick one. And I don't want to make this like I'm thinking long. I'm trying to think if I could really pick one.
Yeah, it's hard. It's hard. I mean, just by playing off of what I think you might be thinking of.
Yeah.
I mean, you got Dre, you got Teddy Riley, you got Scott Storch.
You got
Babyface.
You helped me out with that.
Jermaine
Babyface.
Dupri.
Yeah, see, and automatically my mind goes to rap, hip hop.
Yeah.
But you are right. So honestly, if and I'm glad you added them in there because that definitely helped. You got to go with Babyface. I would have to go with Babyface. You were gonna
say Dr. Dre, but yeah.
And
Babyface is in my top 5.
I can't say Dre. Damn, I hate saying this, but I'm gonna be real, nigga. If nigga was sit with me, I'd say the same thing. And I don't know if everything's true, when you hear that people do this, and this, and they get this from this person, this, and this, it's hard for me to give that to you. Yeah. Like I would have loved to say Kanye.
Yeah.
Kanye, you do a project as a fan. I hear that shit. And I think it's all you.
Yeah.
And it's not all you that hurts.
Yeah.
Babyface might be like that. I don't know.
Yeah.
But I know Babyface has cranked out some music and that man. I give a Babyface for years. I'll say it like this. And I don't know what it was. I'm riding home. I'm riding from Columbus to Zanesville. 52 mile drive, 52 minutes. Mm-hmm. Motherfucking my title was playing. R&B, because they say R&B is dead. R&B is not dead. Hasn't been dead. It's just the consumption of it is different in how it's presented to you and where it comes from. I'm on R&B. I'm just listening. Boom. Song after song coming on. Dope shit. SZA, Summer Walker, Chris Brown. All that shit's dope. Bunch of dope ass music. Song comes on. It's a fucking Babyface song. I keep rewinding that shit 5 or 6 times. Well, I guess it ain't rewinding.
Right.
What is that?
Repeat.
Yeah, because it ain't rewinding.
Yeah.
I keep hitting the arrow. Yeah, well, no more cassettes. Whatever the hell it is, I keep hitting that shit so it keeps playing.
Yeah.
Whatever the fuck he did, he still had from the 90s because it gave me a different feeling than all them other songs.
Yeah.
All them other songs sounded amazing. They were all fucking dope ass songs.
Right.
Love them. But I didn't get that feeling that I got when that shit came on. So whatever Babyface is fucking doing,
Yeah. Still doing. Yeah.
I don't know how maybe it's how he recorded it.
Yeah.
I do not know, but there's an energy in all the music shit.
Yeah.
But yeah, Babyface. So
Yeah.
that and that's the reason why. So I'm glad you opened it up to all the music because my mind went to hip hop immediately.
Yeah.
But I do
when
like
I ask those questions, sometimes I think of who mine are, and then I'm like, I wonder if they're even thinking that. You know
yeah.
And just listening to you talk, I kind of get the feeling like, okay, he knows certain styles of music. So that's cool.
I'm a everything person. I'm an everything person. Yeah. And I do like the young nigga shit. I'm sorry, young niggas. I don't know all the. I don't know who makes all y'all. Sometimes I look. Sometimes I don't. And just because I look, don't mean I'm going to remember.
Yeah.
So, but some of them beats, I love. Man, whoever makes Playboy Cardi's beats.
Yeah, dope.
I love them motherfuckers.
Yeah.
I love them. I'm just being honest.
Right.
Them yeet beats. And it's probably because those are the beats I was hearing in my head 20 years ago that I couldn't make.
True, yeah.
I couldn't make that shit.
Yeah.
My brother was making different shit. My brother used to come to me and be like, hey, check this out. Be some dope ass beat. Off brand, wild as fuck. And he'd be like, yeah, but no, motherfuckers can't rap to it. But I think that's what made me a doper MC. Because I'll make something out of it.
Yeah,
I can do it. Yeah. And him challenging me opened my mind up to make me fucking doper. Like, So so I'm always saying myself when we talk favorite rapper. But then I will answer the question. But
good stuff. All right, listen up, man. Last thing we got is basically what we like to just call story time.
Okay.
So I want you to tell us a story.
All right.
I want it to be, something crazy, funny, fucked up, or both.
All right.
There's one rule. You can either pick A or pick B.
Okay.
A is you're going to tell the story with every detail you can.
Okay.
Everybody's name.
Okay.
Or B, which is you're not going to include any names.
Right.
At all.
Damn.
And you just tell the story with no names. And
Damn.
First, choose which you're going to do. With or without. A or B.
I kind of want to say their names, but I don't know when to. The only reason I don't know if I want to say their names, because these are two big motherfuckers. They're big motherfuckers in the music shit.
Oh, I got you. Yeah.
And I don't want to make it. I guess when I tell the story, I mean, I don't know if they would care. But fuck it. I don't think I'm saying nothing wrong. Fuck it.
Okay.
I don't think I'm saying.
All right, so we're gonna. So,
go ahead.
I was gonna say, so we're gonna go ahead and pick A, and we're gonna tell every detail, right?
I'm gonna fucking tell every detail,
right.
And I don't mean nothing malicious by it. And
right. It's just a story. Right?
It's just it's just the story.
Okay. All right.
So I'm gonna say this real quick. I gotta give a shout out to my mom, Cherie Crockwell. Love her. Gotta give a shout out to my dad, Glenn Crockwell, Sarah Amiel. You can look him up. He's on YouTube, makes music, all that stuff. So I gotta say that and get that out the way. But so we're gonna get to this story. So like I said, I moved to Newark to make music, and so we're making different types of shit. You know what I'm saying? I'm still growing as an artist. My brother's still growing as a beat maker. We have that CD still. Wild thing, we was in Newark, you know what I'm saying? I was in Rap Masters magazine in 1990 or in 1989, just to throw that in there. So if you got a Rap Master magazine, flip to the middle of the page. We was in my man DJ Cyclone used to cut our hair. We was in there. So we was in Rap Masters. How's Rap Masters tie into this story? Because it's the CD that we sent. So we're making music. Know some people. And these people tell us like, hey, give us a demo of what you got.
Right.
So now mind you, a demo is not perfected like it should be. Or at least at that time when we're making it, we don't perfect it. Because in my mind at the time and Ramon's mind at the time, they're going to see what we're talking about and get the gist of it. And I'm thinking, well, we're going to go from this bedroom. They're going to shoot us up to the big boy studio.
Immediately.
We're going to have, exactly. We're going to have the fucking 164 fucking tracks, 160 tracks. You know what I'm saying? I'm going to be behind the glass.
Yeah.
That's what's in my mind. They're going to get it. They can hear it. Why am I going to rap it perfectly in the bedroom anyway when I'm going to go rap it perfectly in the studio?
Oh,
that's how I'm looking at the situation. So we put this package together. It's 9 songs. So we put this 9-song package together. My dude packages it up real fucking dope. Puts the Rap Master thing on the front. You know what I'm saying? That's historical shit. Tell me who you know that wasn't a fucking superstar that was in Rap Masters in 1989. I'll wait. Unless you was caught in the background of the picture with Salt and Pepper, Big Daddy Kane, and
Right,
you happen to be in the back on the left. So he packages that shit up, you know what I'm saying? Puts it together, boom, sends it off. Mind you, we don't hear nothing back from it. Now, we're still cool. I told you me and dude fell out. So we're still cool. Couple months later, I can't think of how many months later, we hear, we hear this album. I'll probably come back to it. But we hear this album. It's a 9-song album. 9 songs. Same 9 songs we sent to them. Every song doesn't sound exactly like we sent.
Yeah, but it's your music.
But it's very, 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 very similar all the way up to the very fucking end is probably what capped it off. Like, okay, there's coincidences.
Yeah.
And then there's, wait a minute.
Right now you can show your support by purchasing an Ohio is Music t-shirt. Visit www.ohioismusic.com and order your shirt. On sale now with free shipping. Portions of the proceeds will go toward our end-of-the-year donations to underprivileged music students.
Listened to this shit and really did this shit and wasn't mad about it. Didn't make no nothing. Just kind of like the 3 of us listening to it like, okay, that's crazy. All right. These niggas got us.
Yeah.
Damn, that's fucked up. So, at that time, I didn't look at it a certain way. It was just like, okay, damn, it is what it is. So, flash forward a couple months later, me and dude fall out. I'm back at the crib, whatever. Fast forward a year after that. My fault. 3 years after that. I'm sorry. 3 years after that. I'm at the crib. Mind you, when we were making this music in Newark in 2000, going into 2001, there's me, Ramon, my brother Mo. We making music. This one person comes by. I'll say his name at the end. I don't know if he wants his name, but I'm going to say the nigga's name anyway. I don't give a fuck. Nigga's still going to love me. But, so, he's in there. We listening to this song that's also on the CD.
Mm-hmm.
Fast forward to 2003. I've moved away. Got my own crib, kids, whatever. Motherfucker calls me. First, this guy calls me. L Boogie. My nigga L. I don't want to say it, nigga. So, what is the fucking nigga's first name? Damn, nigga. I've been calling you L for so long, I don't know. Nigga, you know who you are. But, out the blue. I ain't talked to this nigga in years. You know what I'm saying? Nigga calls me out the blue. Dre, turn it on BET. Why? Turn it on BET, nigga. Just turn it on. Shit's get ready. Come on. Now, mind you, this is the age of world premiere videos.
Mm-hmm.
World premiere. This is the age of that shit. So, it's like, all right, nigga, I'm going to turn it on. Fuck it. 2 minutes later, I get a call from Ramon. Nigga, turn it on BET. You got to turn it on BET. What, nigga? Turn it on BET, man. Well, listen, man, these niggas really, really, really bitch your shit. Like, really, really bitch your shit. I'm like, all right, but I already got it on BET in the midst of my other nigga telling me that shit. So the shit comes on. It's a world premiere. Mind you, world premieres used to be a 30-minute whole fucking setup where they walk through the whole
Yeah.
shit and then they play the video at the fucking end.
Yeah.
Was dope. We need shit like that, but
Yeah.
probably ain't gonna happen. But so we right there, you know what I'm saying? I'm sitting there, I'm watching who it is, and I'm like, damn, okay. And you know, they showing how they making the video and all that little shit. And the video plays. And I'm listening to the video. And I'm listening to the song. And I'm like, damn. The one CD earlier was, that could have been a one-off. We'll chalk it up to coincidence.
Yeah. Yeah.
This is blatant. It's blatant. And I'm listening like, this nigga has never in his life, ever in his life, rapped like this. Ever. And when I say this nigga's name, you're going to, and you go look up the song. It's his wackest song he's ever done. Oh, if it's coming out my mouth, it's not whack.
Yeah.
It's not. I just know. But it wasn't him.
Yeah.
And I don't know whose idea it was.
Yeah.
I don't know if it was his or hers. They tried to mash two songs together. Now, so I listened to the shit, play the video, I'm listening to the video, I'm like, damn, this nigga really is rapping like me. That's fucking crazy. Video goes off, I'm sitting there, niggas is calling, the phone's ringing, I don't answer the phone. It's only them two niggas, one of the two.
Yeah.
Because in that room, when we listened to that shit, only people that ever heard them songs was them two, my brother, me, and when we sent the shit off.
Yeah.
So I don't even answer the phone. I'm just sitting there like, damn, that's crazy. The song is called Push. Ghostface Killer and Missy Elliott.
Oh, wow.
Ghostface Killer and Missy Elliott. Lie to you not. And they'll probably tell you that's the wackest shit they ever did. I guarantee you.
Because it wasn't theirs.
Because it wasn't them.
Wow.
I wasn't mad.
Yeah.
I'm going to tell that happens every day in music.
Yeah.
It still happens.
Cutthroat.
I'm not mad at them. I ain't mad at them motherfuckers at all.
Yeah.
They show me, nigga, you're good.
Yeah.
That's what I learned from that. So all you people that might be mad at someone stealing your shit, you could be mad. That's the wildest shit I got.
Yeah.
Only 4 people heard that. No one else that I knew ever heard that shit. But for those 2 people to call me before that shit
Before
aired,
it came on. Yeah.
before it even came on,
Yeah, how'd they know?
how'd they know? And the guy that really wasn't there for the making or nothing, nigga, how did you remember?
Yeah. Wow.
And he called me, like, turn it on. He remembered that song. But that was dope. I'm glad y'all did that shit. Y'all just showed me how fucking nice I was.
There it is.
That's
It all
it.
comes back to that.
It all comes back to that.
Trey is the greatest.
Exactly. Hey, Dre above all.
Oh, yeah.
That's it. Dre above all. If you're looking for me, Dre above all on any platform. There's music coming.
Yeah, man. That's absolutely crazy, man. Wow.
Crazy.
Yep. Well, once again, my name is Rishbone. This has been the Ohio is Music podcast. Here with my boy Andre Crockwell. Let's give it up for him one more time.
Thank you.
One more time.
Thank you. Appreciate this.
Until next time, ohioismusic.com. Look us up on YouTube. Peace.